I'd done all of that, and so he was yelling at me over the phone, telling me I should be ashamed of myself, that, I was diagnosed with Hep C, having to do with my tattoos. I had 2 tattoos done, in memorial of, like, my mom and stuff. One was not so reputable, so just to let you know that you can get Hep C that sort of way, too. It doesn't have to be drugs. I don't do injectable drugs. I just smoke weed. When my mom died, sure, I did cocaine. That's it. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bushido. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm so sorry. So anyways, the motherfucker yelled at me, like, for a really long time and harassed me. Basically does what you guys heard him do to Kenshi, which is basically speak over you, which he did a whole lot to me. So it was just like, women should be seen, not heard sort of thing. And he normally, when he yells at me, I would shut down and, like, just hang up the phone because I didn't know how to process it. But this time I was just like, you know what? You can be strong. You can let him just drill into you about everything you already know about yourself and your fixing. And so he continued to just be really a fucking shitty person. And basically said that he went through a whole bunch of stuff and just said fuck off, and then, like, ended up I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not a morning person. He ended up fucking blocking me after he yelled at me, like, fuck you. And it was like a really long and terrifying conversation. At that point, I ended up hanging up and calling someone within the community who I'm friends with, because I ended up having a panic attack that lasted for like 3 hours. But regardless, a lot of the stuff that Kenshi had also mentioned is a lot of the stuff he did to me. So even when we had our tiffs, even when he knew he was in the wrong for a lot of the shit he did, he would send me money. I would refund it. And I said, look, if anything, I like having you as a friend. Like, I'm not here to try to take your money. I'm not here to try to take anyone's money. I don't want anyone's money. I've always worked very hard for everything that I have.
I want your money. Give me your money. Donate it. Fuck yeah. Stop sending her money. Stop sending me the money. Go ahead.
This type of, like, behavior, though, lasted for over 6 months, unfortunately, and had kept going on. And it's just shitty. It's just really shitty. And it was shitty at the fact that he perpetuated a narrative that I had an STD or some sort of herpes. It was shitty that he started going outside of people that I don't even talk to try to get a hold of me. It's shitty that on Sunday he called me 5 times.
Wait, this Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday.
Wait, after y'all, like,
he called
blocked each other and stopped talking?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and I told you, and I told him, I was like, dude, you're dead to me. You're fucked up. You just try to mask in the good to make it like you're a good guy. Because he would always tell me, I'm a good guy. And I told him all the time, good guys don't have to say they're good guys. People just know. That's something you feel. That's something you see. That's something, you know when you're in a presence of a good man. And, I understand people have their slip-ups. I understand people have mistakes. That's chill. But on this type of level, I've met a lot of just fucking men like that. And I, again, was married to a dude who was exactly like that and was very abusive and toxic and always spun a narrative that he was right and I was always wrong. And I think that's the thing that triggered me the most, and the reason why everyone was like, yo, why is Sanctus making all these threads about Umbra? We have no idea what's going on. It's because I lacked the emotional and fucking, like, vocal basic skill of being able to just talk about it and not, like, gather information and be like, bam, here you go. You know what I mean? I didn't know that's how this works, and I am naive. I am stupid, whatever you want to call me. But, when people are like, yeah, and then when people were like, oh, well, we're just on this app looking for, like, dating. Fuck no. No, no, not at all. But, yeah, I ended up liking this person because I thought this person was really cool. I ended up connecting with this person. I ended up, technically kind of being in a relationship with this person because I thought, like, oh, that's stellar. Like, it'd be cool to meet you. Like, okay.
Oh, so y'all met?
No, he never even fucked me. I never even touched him. But yeah,
damn, we didn't need to do TMI.
Wait a minute, hold on, Cambria. I wanted to ask Kenshi the same thing. So, were y'all also in like a girlfriend-boyfriend?
Wait. 1 second. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna keep you as a speaker, right, Cam? But I'm gonna leave you from co-host because I didn't know making you co-host would kick him from the stage. So I want him to actually be able to, it's not fair. But I'm gonna make sure that we stay and let everybody talk and stuff like that. But
okay.
But you're gonna stay up here. But oh shit, where did you go? Oh shit, hold on.
Where Cam go?
No.
I'm here.
I didn't know that removing her from co-host removes her from speaking, so I just invited her to speak again. Cam, you have to press okay to come speak. My bad. But Kenshi, Puka, what question did you have for Kenshi?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify because people who have been DM me. Apparently, I'm the hard question guy. So, were you guys also in a relationship as well?
No, we were not in any relationship. Like, basically, that's what I wanted to come up to explain. Because, since he's throwing out personal information about how, I have a restraining order against, an ex of mine or whatever, might as well sit here and say this.
I have a question. Cam, do this connect with? Do you ever have a relationship with Kenshi with this situation, or this situation is a whole different topic?
So my interaction with Kenshi was just the fact that, regardless who blocked who, it doesn't even matter at this point. Umbra did the same thing to her that he did with me, which was basically very, very, really great manipulation. He pit us both together when we had never even spoke to each other. This is our first time both being speakers in a space. This is our first time actually interacting because of what Umbra did. And he was trying to keep us from people that we interacted with and were making our interactions with only because he didn't like them. And he did this consistently. Like, I remember when I missed one podcast with like Riskit and all of them, and one time when he got in an argument, and I think it was like with Gladiator, and like Gladiator was like neutral, and then there's another dude, and I was only liking Gladiator shit because I felt like it was neutral. That's how I felt too. And he messaged me and he was like, "You don't even fucking support me. You don't even fucking care about me." I was like, just because I don't take your side, just because I take a neutral part and I can see both sides and how I kind of feel that you're out of pocket, that makes me such a horrible person and that I don't support you? I'm a horrible person because I missed your podcast, but I've showed
you did the same thing with me.
Like, you're gonna yell at me?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. So this, based on the screenshot that he leaked overall, it seems that there was, some, intimate conversation that actually was.
So I want to
can you explain that?
Yeah, of course. So this is, again, most of you guys know, if anything, that I am a criminal justice major and I'm currently in law school. So like the way that I think compared to others, especially, with the work that I do, because I also work in a criminal justice system, the way that I think is a little bit different than, I guess, the average person, because with my future career as, a judge, I would, have to think a lot more different than, the average person, especially someone that, I'm controlling, a trial with or a case with. But, so basically that, when I first met Umbra, I met him in spaces with Aaron. Aaron held a space and I met Umbra and like he had flirted with me or whatever, like or said hello to me in a flirtatious tone, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I liked the nigga's voice. Like, we're not gonna sit here and hide it. You know what I mean?
At least you're not capping. Continue.
No, yeah. Like, I liked the nigga's voice, so I was like, okay, like, I was like, oh, okay, like, he sounds, attractive or whatever.
So wait. Let me ask you this question. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. It's my boy. It's my boys. I'm gonna try. you know, I'm neutral. I don't care. This beef doesn't have anything to do with me.
But you didn't let me answer the question though.
What the hell, nigga? Can I? Yo, bro, I just want to ask one single question, my nigga. Damn, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, she liked the nigga voice and shit, right? When did you realize you didn't like the nigga? Was it like when he, like the way he was acting, or when you got his selfie or some shit? When did you realize that you're like, nah, this nigga, I need to know.
It's just the way you said it. I'm sorry. No, but
I need to like, you see the nigga face, you like, nah, bro, I'm good, or you like, nah, the way you thought they treated me,
that definitely
or whatever.
solidified it, because I remember legit being on camera with him. I legit was on camera with him, and I was just like, I see why you don't show your face now. That's legit what
I don't do my boy like that, man. Don't do my boy like that. I didn't mean to go that far.
Wait, no, but this is the thing, right? So this is the point I'm trying to make to answer your question, retribution. So basically, when I started to realize who he was as an individual, because he was sitting here telling me, you know, stuff about most of the people that's actually in this room, like, oh, don't fuck with this person because they're like this, and like he was sitting here telling me a lot of people's personal information in this room that I didn't care to hear.
And pillow talk without the pillows?
I'm sorry?
I said pillow talk without the pillows?
Basically, and most of it was verbal, so, you know, like over the phone or whatever. And, you know, he was like, oh, you know, I'm just trying to protect you because, you know, I know that you're new in this community, and, you know, this, that, and the third, whoop-de-whoop or whatever. And so basically, once I started to realize who he truly was, like, in my law mindset, I'm like thinking like, okay, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, I guess, you know, it was kind of fucked up that, you know, I continued to play this narrative in order to gain what I needed to get out of him, because like this wasn't
right there, what do you need to get out of him?
No, I needed to gain like a number of things. First of all, the truth from others, because people had been warning me, like, you know, oh, he's done this to somebody else or whatever, like, you know, once they started catching on to a few things or whatever. But like I wanted to garner the truth so I could gather evidence, because again, that's how I think as a law student. And also, like, he had already, again, you know, done the same things that he's done to Cambria to me, and I wanted to continue to think that, or have him think that, you know, he, how can I say this? So basically, in a sense,
you send that nigga up, basically.
You get a
yeah, I mean, if you want to sit here and say that, yes, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, like, the same things that he did to Cambria, he did to me, and I knew that I needed evidence of that, because I knew nobody would just believe verbal shit.
Can you have one question? So
yes,
earlier you stated that you had a boyfriend, right?
I stated that I was in, or I am in a relationship, which I was trying to keep that matter private. Me and that person, again, this is like from a legal standpoint, because the case is still technically ongoing, and that's between me and that person, but I had to put a restraining order on my ex. However, what he and I had discussed, or I don't want to say my ex, because again, like, we were just like, we need to take time apart. So he and I, me and this man are separated, but we aren't speaking because of the legal ramifications, because, you know, of our whole personal situation.
Okay, so the reason I asked is because this morning you stated that you had a boyfriend, but based on
I've been saying that in spaces, not just this morning.
No problem, but based on the interaction that you had with him, you know, the cyber, I don't know if they call it cyber sex or cyber conversations, that you will...
Wait, where did cyber sex come from?
You see the screenshots?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so based on the screenshots
that he posted, right?
Yeah, that he posted. So you were already involved with someone, and you will mess around.
No. I was not involved with this person. Like, that's at the height of basically everything. Like, where me and that person were just like, okay, like, we had already stopped speaking for quite some. We agreed to stop speaking for the moment because we wanted to see how we were going to handle this, like, from a standpoint. But me and this person said to each other, you know, I still love you, I still care about you, you know, but right now we're just going to call this, you know, like how people have situationships or this, that, and the third. Like, me and this person were like, okay, we're separated. Like, we clearly have love for each other, but we want to, like, hash this out, you know.
You don't got to explain your relationship to these niggas.
No,
Fuck that, man.
I didn't want to throw that out there. You threw that out there.
But you have her explaining the situation, so let her, you know, back up a story.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about, I don't care if she with the guy or not. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
No, yeah, and there are plenty of people here who be married, sitting here fucking other women or fucking whoever else they fuck. So,
but they gonna cap on Twitter. They're gonna pretend nobody cheats. Nobody cheats.
I love my wife very much. That on the record.
Yeah, say that on the record. You see that blinking red light at the top?
Hey, on the record,
Sumo, I don't even know why are you here?
You see that blinking red light at the top? Sumo ain't stupid. I see you, my nigga. You're a smart nigga.
I think at some point, none of this is personal anymore. So did y'all meet? Did y'all fuck type shit? I guess that's the question.
Oh, absolutely not. I would rather fucking die a virgin, a reborn virgin, before I ever fuck Umbra.
Not disrespect my guest, Upper. Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Wait, I'm the only one who's asked this question, Kenji. I think the reason why is because the situation with that happened was with...
We can barely hear you, You're far from the mic.
Wait a minute. Let me go off, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I think because of the situation of like dealing with Umbra, because I was like confused. Like, wait a minute, I know she told us before she was in relationships. Like, why would she mess with another bro from a whole different environment and then with relationship in the reality? That's what I'm confused of. Like, what is like the real narrative of this? Because I'm like, why would you be in that situation if you're in a relationship in real life?
Oh, so you want to say, like, if she's in a relationship, why did she was still like talking sweet nothings to Umbra or something? That's basically what you're saying, right? Hello?
Yeah, that's
yeah. Oh, by the way, Uni, the reason why he isn't responding to your invite is because he's holding his space, which I find hilarious. Because again, me and Cambria aren't there to be present to defend ourselves.
Why would he go over there? Why not come here where
exactly?
He anyway,
I was trying to say this morning as well. We called him. We said that you could co-host along with me, so nobody can get kicked or nobody could mute one another or anything. And he, again, this is him trying to drive his narrative to make him look like it's ridiculous.
But Kenji, can you answer my question? Because I only came co-host because like I saw a lot of dominant like men in here. I'm like, wait a minute, I see a woman in here. I gotta do something. And clarify.
No, so your question was basically like if I was you're basically wondering if I was technically in a relationship and speaking sweet nothings to Umbra.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So technically, again, like me and this person are separated. So if you want to go by legal ramification, no. But again, also at the end of the day, it's like if I want to sit here and say that I'm with somebody so I don't get harassed by niggas like him, then I should be able to do that without,
Oh yeah, I don't care. Yeah, you're right. I mean, what you say.
Believe me, Kenji, if you're in your relationship real life, nobody should be in a situation being harassed like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here for that.
That's been my problem, and that's the only reason why I came, public with any of this, because I'm like, I told you to leave me alone. I told you to stop. And also, again, like, I'm not too sure about his state's laws as far as their audio recordings, hence why I haven't posted any of them and why I haven't played them in this space. But I have recordings of him, saying the foulest things to me, raising his voice at me, getting upset with me. He would sit here and tell me endlessly, throughout the day about, I don't know if you want me to call you Sanctus or Cambria. I'm sorry. But
Cambria, her name, I guess she put her name Cambria. You could call her Cam.
Okay, so
you can call me Cambria. That's my name. So you're all good.
Okay, yeah. So like he would sit here and endlessly tell me things about Cambria and this, that, and the third. Trying to pin us against each other so we don't tell each other anything or whatever. And where exactly was I going with this? There's just been so much that I've been dealing with. Like, again, like I want to release these audio recordings so bad, but at the end of the day, like it's another legal situation where I don't know if I can be
and then niggas when you over Twitter.
But Keisha, you did leak his info though. You leaked his phone number. You leaked his photo. So
okay. So the thing is about that.
That's true.
No. So the thing is, when I initially uploaded the call log, I blocked his number. And his photo, yes, I put up there because I wanted people to, he told me that people knew what he looked like. So I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, then, he was like, most people know what I look like anyway. So I was like, okay, well, now everybody's going to know what the fuck a harasser looks like. Like, I've been in, myself, a relationship where I almost died, and where I've been in a similar instance where the the person I was involved with at the time had painted this narrative to make him look like he was the innocent one, and he and I, went back and forth with like a whole, situation, or like a legal thing, because of the abuse and everything. And like it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, the point of this was, I just wanted him to leave me alone. I wanted him to stop harassing me. And like, again, he was doing the same things that he was doing with Cambria. He'd sit here and curse me out if I didn't come to Riskit's podcast or whatever, and comment. And I'm sorry, like, I'm trying not to cry right now because this is like absolutely just frustrating. Like. No, but this is, I didn't want it to get to this point, but it's like, I was like, people need to know who you truly are. But yeah, like, he would sit here and curse me out if I didn't show up at this podcast and interact with this person. And,
no, Kenji, that's the first initiative. Well, as soon as I don't care what it is, the first harassment, that should have been moved and blocked immediately. It shouldn't have been consistent, like, kept going over and over again like that. Even with that behavior, is still unacceptable.
And my thing is, Mooney, right? Like, he would sit here and then he would tell me, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you like that, or to curse at you like that, or to say that."
This is wrong with people out here, even women and men. As soon as the person is cutthroat and disrespectful, that's an automatically block. You don't get the whole forgive and a second chance. And this is wrong with this. This is another repeat of this situation. It just needs to stop.
Hey, but let me ask you a question, Kenshi. What prompted you to put his phone number on the internet? Because that's some fucked up shit.
Again, when I posted the initial screenshots, I covered, the number. Like, as you can see, if you go on my page, I covered the number. The screenshots that I just recently posted was like me, because I was on, like, I legit left. I turned around, as you guys probably heard in the last space, and I was like, I'm just gonna do my schoolwork from home, XYZ. And I wasn't even thinking to block anything out in a fit of rage. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I was just like, let me post this shit since you want to fuck with me, and since you want you want to post your shit, go ahead, post your shit. I'm gonna post my shit too. So I mean, that was,
So what you're saying, the phone number page was in error.
Okay, she answered that question. She said he was harassing her. She asked him to stop, so she did it anyways. She answered the question.
I missed that. I had to take a phone call. My bad.
All right, Cam, you got something to say? No. I thought you raised your hand or something.
I just wanted to say that I've tried to definitely talk about this before. Like I said, I didn't talk about it in the best way because I led with a lot of anger. And it's unfortunate that we're at the situation. Of course, me dealing with Umbra was a little bit different than Kenji, but very, very parallel to a lot of the same shit.
And he would sit here and actually, I'm sorry to cut you off, Cambria. He would sit here and compare me to Cambria on and on and end on end. End on fucking end. Oh, Sanctus used to do this, and Sanctus used to do that, and why are you acting like her? And go ahead, why don't you leave me just like, like, it was just fucking insane. It was
this man has a lot of deep-seated issues, but a lot of it has.
The first thing when he came on, why you didn't come to us? We would have called him out a long time ago. Why he was like consistent for weeks with this?
To answer your question, because of how this blew, because I knew he was going to, I had a feeling he would react the way that he's reacting today. And that's why I wanted to garner and gather my evidence, because again, that's how I think from a legal standpoint. I was like, if these people are going to sit here and hold him accountable for what he's done and for his wrongful actions, I need to have as much evidence as I can get in order to prove my point and to prove that, like, I'm, not the only one that he has done this to.
Yeah,
you understand what I mean?
Yeah, Kenji, but even with that, all that, I would have did that. We would have believed you without all these receipts and putting phone numbers and personal information out. As soon as we seen that, we would have your back of support. Even it's on both parties. It shouldn't have been like consistently for weeks on this topic.
Yeah, I think he definitely. I think there's no excuse for harassing somebody who doesn't want to interact with somebody, but there's also no excuse to like send somebody numbers. So that is. I think that both people are wrong. But what I want to say is, I did did this space literally just because I wanted. Because the problem that I have with the community is that people just see something and they just run with it, and you don't get the backstory. That's why I said I don't want to make judgment until I hear your story. I heard some of his, but like I said, he was too upset.
Yeah, when he was in here. This is why I wanted him, because I wanted both parties. I want to hear y'all truth, like what actually happened, and both parties should have been consistent like that. And Kenji, but for you to already been in a situation in reality. That like this, you should have been on point with this. Why would you want to go to another repeat like this again? This must be hurting you mentally. I don't want nobody getting mentally getting hurt like this, and especially you now finding out you have a restraining order. Like I don't want nobody going through a situation like that.
And so why did you and Amber fall out anyway?
Let me Kizia. That's a good question. Why did you and like what? Well, she said his picture, my nigga. Remember? All right, good. Hello?
No. Wait, Uni, that's hilarious. That's not what she said, nigga.
She said it's a picture, right? She said that cemented it. That's what she said. She said that. Yeah, let's just be real.
Also, may I clarify something before anything?
Okay, go ahead.
So when it comes to the whole situation, because again, like I only posted the harassment, I didn't post anything else personal because I was like, okay, like, whatever happened, personally, whatever conversations, that wasn't disrespectful or anything between us both, I didn't want to post, personal stuff that he's even told me from his life. Sorry, that was something else. But I didn't want to post anything, from his personal life that he's told me. He's telling y'all about my personal life with other individuals, and that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Why did y'all fall out, though? Why did y'all fall out?
Basically because he got upset, because I no longer wanted to speak to him. I had enough of everything. And I'm legit in therapy just as a whole, like, for myself. But I've been speaking a lot to my therapist about this situation because that's how fucked up it's had me. Like,
let me ask you this question. Mm-hmm. Real talk. And this is a quick question. You don't have to answer it. Just remember that. You could say, I don't want to answer it, right? Mm-hmm. Because I want to make sure, like, I don't want the capping on any side because, I believe what he was saying. I believe what you're saying. I think the misunderstanding. I get it. But he said that, like, when he came up and he was like, yo, I could leak nudes or whatever. I'm like, bro, don't do that. Don't even do that.
I have not ever sent this man a nude photo. He has legit begged to see my pussy on Discord video chat.
Oh, goodness.
Can you say that again?
I'm begging to be supposed to before it's bad.
I don't even know, why are you here? That's what I want to know. Why are you here?
I want to know, she had mentioned...
Who here?
Wait, Kenshi, you said one of the bots was harassing you. Was that the bot that was harassing you?
What, as far as what, the him begging me for that?
No, because you were in a couple spaces saying that, there was an ex-bot that just, kept harassing you consistently.
Yeah, that was him that I was referring to, yes.
But again, I don't understand. So why did I know you said y'all fell out because you said you don't want to talk to me anymore, but what caused you to say I don't want to talk to you anymore?
I told you the picture, nigga. Do you not understand?
I'm hoping it wasn't the picture, nigga. I'm trying to help me.
Puka, you're not making this better. You're about to go back to listen.
Yeah, you making shit worse. Like, nigga.
To answer your question, Puka, I'm sorry. To answer your question, basically, when I recognized picking up, like, who he was, and again, people were coming to me and telling me that this is the type of person that he is, and he's done the same thing to Sanctus, and you shouldn't be afraid to come in spaces because he's present. He was legit send me screenshots. I could post another one of him, sending me a screenshot of a space that I'm in with, Taran and them, and he's like, oh, you said you was going to sleep, but you can't sit here and talk to me. Why don't you prioritize me over them? Well, you always sitting there in that stupid ass pony bone with these stupid motherfuckers and this, that, and the third, whoop-de-whoop. And I'm just like, yo, I can have time to myself. Like, what do you, like, and it was just a buildup of everything, Puka, everything.
Who did he warn you about?
And yes, I'm going to be honest here for everyone in this room. Again, he would tell me who to, oh, this person is cool. Don't, sit here and talk to this person.
Name names, girl.
Don't do that. You don't have to name.
Why we have a community of fuckery. Nobody does it. Look here. Chris J is a pretend black dude, and anybody that fucks with him is a sellout. It's that simple. Go ahead, go, Kenchi.
Go.
What the hell does it have to do with Chris J?
What
I don't
the
understand.
hell, Sumo?
Calling shit out is easy. Was the point? Calling shit out is easy.
Sumo,
not identifying the fuckwad.
Someone has a friend with a Cam left.
I will say this for Kenchi. I never want nobody to go through that. For that behavior, that should have been automatically blocked. Sumo, I get what you're saying. With that behavior and a couple other people, they should just automatically get the block button. Shouldn't even deal with that drama.
It's just identify the shit. We're all walking around here. Listen to me. We're all in this motherfucking app. Don't know nobody from Adam. And nobody wants to tell anybody else who the fuckwad is.
Hold on. You don't want to tell people?
That's why I mentioned Chris J, right?
Oh,
As an example, it's a demonstration of how easy it is to make others aware
for
of
pussy pictures on the internet before too. So I guess I'm the only nigga out here. So.
I requested a few pictures in my day, but that's listen.
But that's the thing, like he would sit here and beg me, and I'm irritated right now, guys.
Let Kezia go. Let me know what Kezia has to say.
Yeah, Kenchi, on this note, I would just take a break from the internet, have that block, ignore everyone, including me. Take a break.
Yeah, like ignore these fuck niggas on this app, man. Everybody, like at the end of the day, nothing shouldn't cost you your peace. Like I tell people, right? Literally, I can't afford anything that costs me my peace, man.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? That's my best advice for you. For him, just block each other.
Between Kenchi,
I had him blocked. That's the thing. Like
between Kenchi and Cam, first of all, Cam, I didn't know she stopped following me. I thought she was following me, but also I feel bad for her on her part. And like I said, nobody should go through that situation. That's an automatically block.
But apparently,
let's let Kezia go, and then we're gonna let
yes,
Lord Luca.
Can we move forward with this? Like just stop.
I know you said stop, but like earlier when you guys were like asking like Kenshin all those questions, I don't think it's fair for people to blame her and say, why didn't you block him? Why didn't you do this and that? Because, she was going through such a difficult situation. It's kind of hard to think of what to do rationally in the moment. And for us to say that, oh, she should have trusted us, like she doesn't know any of us. Like, no. She just came here, she's new. And then on top of that, when Cambry was saying all this shit, no one believed her. Everyone basically exposed her and saying such horrible shit to her as well.
Wait, Kenzie, I know you're not pointing to me because I was still supporting her. I didn't even knew the situation was going on. That's why I'm wondering why she unfollowed me.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about in general. I'm not pointing fingers, but in general, lots of people mad at her and yelled at her. She went through a really hard time, and to see all those people that you think are supposed to be your friends to come against you and just say such horrible things about you because of what some guy is popular because he plays a console. What is the reason? It's horrible and it shouldn't have been done. And then the fact is that people still right now, even with all this evidence posts, oh, well, that's your fault for talking to girls, or oh, well, you liked him this one time, you said something nice to him this one time, so that must mean this and that. No, it doesn't mean that. People need to open their eyes and stop. It's just disgusting, and people should stop, and we should all believe them because they got proof. It's true, and he's horrible. That's it.
Okay, that's your opinion, and I respect your opinion. Coming up, Luca, what's good?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear.
Hello. Great. Hello, Kenchi. Nice to meet you. My name is Luca. So I just have a couple of questions. So you stated in one of your tweets that you were never together with him romantically. And
we were not together romantically. If anything, again, we were just innocently flirting at one point, and then I started to realize who he was, and I was just oh, hell no.
So you're saying you just weren't in a relationship with him, though you guys were calling each other baby and honey, and I can talk to you all that shit.
Let me clarify on that. Mm-hmm. He would sit here and tell me Or be like, oh, tell me you love me, tell me this, you know, why don't you call me this? Like, basically trying to guilt me into saying these things to him.
Really? Because, like, you know, like I said, I'm looking at some of these DMs. You know, it's over here, you saying stuff like, your voice is arousing to me.
Yeah,
and
we clarified the voice situation.
So what's the clarification there?
Look, I already clarified all the questions.
Okay.
No, she came out and said that she loves his voice.
The clarification there.
Okay, go ahead, Kenji.
Ooh, there we go, my mic. Yeah, so like I said earlier, I'm not too sure if you were in the audience.
No, I wasn't.
Fuck ton of people in here. In the beginning, when I first met Umbra, I met him in Aaron's space. And when I first heard him, he was like, oh, well, hello, Kenji. And I was just like, ooh, I like his voice. You know what I mean? So, like, I was attracted to his voice.
So though you guys were not in a romantic relationship, it was flirtatious and sexual in other aspects?
It was not. If anything, it was not sexual. I have not ever sent him any nudes, and he has not disclosed any. I did not care to see any, and yeah.
No, the reason I say sexual is because you saying your voice arouses me, and him saying, oh, you want me to come, and then you being like, oh, yeah, that too, that's sexual. So just...
I mean, again, to me, like, that was just, you know, being flirtatious or whatever, like, and, yeah.
Okay.
And again, that was in the very beginning, like, of everything. People are like, oh, you've known him for months, and I'm like, I haven't known him for that long at all. Like...
All right, so you were being flirtatious and sexual with someone you hardly know, just to be clear.
Yeah, because I'm a grown woman and I could do that.
Oh, okay. No, that's perfectly fine. I'm just, you know, wanting clarification since you said there was... So these early...
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just wanted to clarify again. It's like, with this whole situation, I posted the harassment, like the recent harassment after I told him to stop. I didn't post anything personal about his life, of our messages until he started posting shit, and to try to, you know, derive his narrative to, you know, fit whatever story or whatever he wants to tell. I really don't care. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, it's just his behavior as far as harassing me. When I tell you to leave me alone, there was no reason. There is nothing that... you know, warrant somebody calling somebody that many times or texting. He legit was begging me. That's not even all the photos and stuff like that. And again, I have audio recordings of how this man would speak to me. And I even hate to bring it in here or bring it up because Guap is in here. But this man would legit sit here, just like Cambria. He'd go through my likes. He would watch to, you know, see interactions between me and Guap and then tell me, oh, people are sitting here sending me, you know, things of you and Guap's, you know, mentions or whatever. And I'm like, yo, it's not even crazy. Like, if you go and look, like, me and Guap just be chilling. Like,
I refuse to believe my nigga was jealous of Guap.
Are you going to post those interactions of him, let's see here, talking down to you about interacting with other men?
You mean like the recordings?
Name damn names already. Shit.
I went to release the recordings, but again, my state's laws are totally different than his when it comes to that, so I'm trying to find out how I can do that on a legal standpoint.
Hey, man, nigga gonna sue you over Twitter.
So, real quick. So, you said that this flirtatious stuff that y'all were doing, the flirtatious stuff y'all were doing early on was before anyone started telling you about him, right?
Yes, and actually more so before I found out, like, started finding out who he was as an individual.
Okay, so you say that, right? But as I'm looking at your tweets here, you said you're mad because I played along once I found out you were who you were to get more evidence out of you. Yeah, so it's like these early flirtatious tweets, you're responding directly to that. So which one is it? Like, did you know who he was when you were flirting with him, or were you just trying to get evidence out of him?
I've stated plenty of times from the very beginning. Respectfully, like, I hope I don't sound disrespectful towards you.
No, you're good. Like I said, I have not been listening.
Oh, no, I guess a quick recap. So, long story short, me and this man, you know, we met in a space. We started flirting, being flirtatious, whatever. I started realizing his toxic ways on, you know, like, him watching me, him, you know, making the comments that he was making, him telling me, these dudes are just being nice to you in the community because they all just want to fuck you. They don't really want to be your friend, you know, and stuff like that. And then again, like the why don't you come to, you know, my podcast and comment, oh, you don't support me, you don't fucking care about me, whoop-de-whoop, or whatever. So
what guys were after you?
All of them.
That's what I'm like. He had this whole narrative.
People.
No, his obsession, his fucking obsession. Excuse my language, Uni. His fucking.
I curse more than everybody else. It's a curse.
His fucking obsession was mainly with guap, but it's like, oh my god, like if somebody, he told me
guap though. That's a lie. I gotta talk to him about that. Nobody's gonna be jealous of guap.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just real quick, if you could just explain the part about you attempting to gather evidence, and that's why you were
because I
seemingly
wanted to
playing
say
along.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I think I'm a little delayed, so I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off.
No, you're good.
That was in regards to me wanting to come forward, and I was like, and again, like I've stated before, like I was in an abusive relationship where I almost lost my life, and I've been in a similar instance with this, a narcissist, who, painted this narrative to make him look like the victim and make me look like the aggressor. And nobody believed me because, he that's out of his character. He can't do that. He can't be like that. And so I was like, okay, if I sit here and tell these people who know nothing about me in this, quote unquote community or whatever, like, if I come forward and, tell them these things, like, just verbally, they're not going to listen to me. I told a few people, in confidence and in secrecy, like via DM, and I would even say it in spaces, I feel uncomfortable because somebody's here. I feel uncomfortable because I've been being watched because I got sent something, So that was my thing. I was like, if I'm going to gather anything, I need, and again, this is coming from a law standpoint, like a lot of police detectives utilize, standpoint or, methods in order to get answers out of people or to get them to, and again, this was, how can I say this? Basically what I'm trying to say, because I don't want to keep rambling on for any other questions that you have, is I just felt like I needed to gather whatever evidence that I needed in order to protect myself and to bring this up to others so they were aware of what happened to me. And I didn't even want to bring it here, but it's like I had enough.
Kenji, no disrespect. Please understand, no disrespect. Now, nine times
people always start off.
No disrespect.
Listen, before you go, niggas always say no disrespect just before disrespect. But continue.
Right, I'm just like, just wait right now.
I'm not on that. I think I'm just not on that unless you come at me nuts. I got no reason, right? So, Infinite is posting receipts, girl. So I gotta understand how
some of the like the whole concept is not sexual.
How that's not gas on the fire.
I can't see anything that he's posting, honestly.
Okay, I mean, I will. Are your DMs open? I can DM you what he said.
I can try to. I don't think they're open.
Okay, if someone has her as a mutual, DM her these pictures, please. I'll go ahead and read it.
Well, damn, you a baddie, Jonah.
Hold on. I just want to say, like I said, I am not discrediting you and stating that.
I'll send you the stuff.
And stating that he wasn't harassing you or calling you and all that extra shit, right? But I feel like you were disingenuous in painting whatever relationship you had with him, because these DMs are sexual. You saying, let me make you bust a nut and then help put you to sleep. I mean to tell you, I'm not on birth control. So all that hot shit about how you wouldn't know if you could pull out, that's cute until I get a positive.
Sorry, Luca.
No, yeah, and Luca, like, the context of that, again, was me thinking that I need to, make him feel as comfortable with me as possible. And, of course, again, prior to these messages and stuff like that.
You don't have to explain yourself, Kenji. Cut this shit out. You don't have
to. She does need to explain herself.
No, she does not.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She's over here claiming that
this is my point. He's gone. Don't worry. Don't worry, he's gone.
I hear what he's saying. I hear what he's saying, but like respectfully, and Kenshi, I will give you, listen, I've not talked about this with anyone outside of my community. I was in an abusive relationship as well. I've been in two, all right? My abusive relationship started when I was 17. The person was 29. Like, I understand.
I'm really sorry that happened to you.
Yes, and it's something that has affected me still to this day. I'm 29 currently.
But you need to fall back off this. It's way more going on than you may ever think is going on.
First
of all, buddy, I'm only going. First, no, don't interrupt me. No, you don't interrupt when I'm talking. You don't interrupt me when I'm talking. You don't interrupt me when I'm talking.
Since I know what's
hold on.
keep coming at her.
You don't interrupt me when I'm talking.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Luca, listen, Luca is here under my blessing. If the lady, if she wants Luca to stop asking a question, she could just say, yo, I don't want to answer any more questions from Luca. She's an adult. I think that Kenji, if you're uncomfortable at all, anytime, let me know, okay? I don't want you. I'm not holding you here hostage or anything like that.
And if Kenji's like is done with this type of topic, we
can stop it.
We will remove the people in that situation that keep repeating the
With
question.
that being said, please respect all the speakers, including Luca, please. Thank you. You can continue, Luca.
I'm sorry, I just got a phone call. Did I miss anything?
Yeah. It's okay. White knight, nigga. I ain't no white knight, nigga.
Not you, nigga.
Not me. Okay. Sorry. All right. Calm down.
As I was talking about my own abuse before Bushido decided to come in and say, respectfully, you need to back off. As I was discussing my own abuse, thank you for interrupting me, by the way. So I understand how you could possibly feel and what you were going through. All I'm saying is that this relationship you painted that you had with him was not 100% honest. That is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he didn't harass you. I'm just saying that the way you painted it initially was not honest, in my opinion.
I mean, I understand. Sorry, can you guys hear me? Because I know my mic's been active.
I can hear you. Hear you. We can hear you perfectly. Go ahead.
Okay. So I actually have to step away, for a moment. But I have to answer, I guess, Luca really quick.
No problem. Go ahead and we'll be waiting.
Okay. So
it's okay.
Basically, Luca, like, I understand where you're coming from, but again, this is how I thought, and there were instances where when he and I were, having our personal conversations again, like, just like how can I say it? Gosh, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't want to say it was like a trauma bond or something. Hold on a second. What? Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Sorry, somebody in my house came up to me.
It's okay.
But yeah, just to clarify, like, I don't want to say it was a trauma bond or anything, but I did care about Umbra as an individual. And again, like, yes, we did flirt or whatever, but it's like, how can I say this? I can't even remember because there's like so much going on in my damn house and in the space and online right now. But practically what I'm trying to say is, like, he would, do these really wrongful behaviors to me and then apologize all sweet and be like, I still care about you as a person. I'm really sorry or whatever. And then things would be good. And then he'd go back to doing it 2 hours later. Oh, you want to fuck Guap? Oh, you want to do this? Oh, why you sending him messaging this dude? Oh, you did. Like, he was nitpicking everything that I did. And of course, he's going to sit here and post whatever he wants to post to make him look good. That's fine. If you, whoever in here wants to believe anything that he's posting, from his standpoint to, drive his narrative, that's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, I just wanted to focus on the harassment because regardless, this was not right. And also him, mentioning my personal instances with my legal ramifications or instances with my significant other who I'm currently not with now that everyone knows, as if that was anybody's business. Yeah, like that's just ridiculous because again, at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, if somebody tells me to,
I know you can't see the pictures that he posting, but the lot of stuff that he's posting is actually very flattering. You're a little baddie, bro. Don't let them lie to you, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, it's perfectly fine. I understand where you're coming from, and I will step back because at the end of the day, I personally would rather have this conversation with you one-on-one instead of in front of all of these people who feel compelled to come and speak on your behalf instead of letting you speak for yourself and feel like it's, like it's in their right to attempt to interrupt me when I'm discussing my own abuse, Bushido.
I apologize, Luca. You know I'm a fan.
He apologized. There we go.
A lot about the situation, and it bothered me to hear.
No, I hear you, buddy, but it's like all I know.
I apologize. You don't have to say
May I clarify something really quick?
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Also, recently, the other day, actually, he asked me, like, I don't remember if it was a text or a call, I can't remember, but basically, like, he, again, ran off of these allegations of, apparently somebody DM'd him some stuff saying, how in Tehran space, we have grown folks talk or whatever, and, I guess, again, like, people sent him screenshots of me and Guap's interaction, on the timeline or whatever, excuse me, and he was, sorry, hello?
You know damn well you do fine for Guap, bruh. I'm gonna just tell you that straight up.
Sorry, what?
But anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, what happened?
She got a call. You were still talking.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, but just really quickly, like, he was sitting here just asking me the other day, oh, so you really gonna fuck that nigga Guap? Like, and I'm just like, what? I was like, what I do with my vagina is none of your business or none of your concern. Like, and he's talking about, oh, no, it's mine, I own it. And I'm like, no, you don't. And that's the yes, he did. Like, that was his thing. It was control. It was control with this man, and we were not even together. I get it. Okay, we flirted, but it's like we already, me and him came to a mutual agreement that none of this, like, was going to go anywhere. That's my thing. We agreed. We came to a conclusion about that.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I'll step back and maybe whenever this all clears up, you and I can have a conversation in the private.
No, yeah,
just discuss.
If anybody has any questions for me, please feel free to contact me, because again, I just wanted to focus on the harassment standpoint, not anything personal, like how he's been throwing all of this personal shit out there. I just wanted to be left alone. That was it. And that was it. But yes.
And I have one more thing for the people listening. If any of you who are mutuals with me or follow me have any issues with me asking this woman questions and asking for her to explain herself, which is not a crime, there's nothing wrong with that, especially when it comes to allegations that are this serious, block me or unfollow, but make sure I unfollow you as well. Just do the block and do the unblock, so we're both unfollowed, because I don't want to follow someone or be followed by someone who thinks that somehow me, out of all people, am out of line for asking simple questions. All right, I'm out.
Thank you, Luca. Thank you, sweetie. She left too? Kezia left too? Or what's her name? What the hell is her name?
Kenshi, she left.
Yeah, Kenshi left too. So like I said,
listen for a second.
Go ahead, bro.
I ain't want to say nothing, because that's my dude.
That's my dude too. But
I sat and I tried to talk to him for the last couple of days, and he called me back. No, listen, that ain't mean he ducking me. I'm not saying that, but I tried to get in front of this before it happened. All right, I talked to Cambria a while ago about the situation, and she came to me with it. Now, initially, she didn't want me to say anything, and one of the reasons why? Because of situations like this. Because nobody will want to believe her over the popular guy. Everybody wants to ask all these intricate questions that don't have anything to do with the conduct of the person. I don't care if she was sending nudes. And then what? And she said, nah, you know what? I want to fall back off you. I'm going back my other man, or whatever the case may be. What's he supposed to? So now what we supposed to do?
I don't know. We're going to have to verify them nudes, bruh. Make sure I'm just
no, I ain't said. I did answer that too. Tell me you ain't send nobody no nudes. I hate it when you don't do that. What are you sending nudes for?
What you mean? What? You a grown ass man gonna ask what? Don't you dare hate on nudes. Send nudes.
Man, I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying you should know better. I just put it that way.
What, man? You never got nudes? You never got nudes?
Listen, but what I'm saying is,
so the problem is unsolicited nudes. That's the problem.
Now that is a problem. Yeah, no, I agree with you 1,000%. So look, when Cam told me about this, that's why she didn't want to say nothing. And so I was like, look, I want to say something about this whole situation. You can put your hand out, retribution. You ain't got nothing to ask me. So, but
Shut your ass, Bushido.
Hey, did Bushido just get on here and crime a nigga for asking for some nudes, nigga? Come on, man. Don't do that.
Exactly, bro. This is 2022 now, man. This is 2022 now, bro.
Puka, let the news police cut it out.
Let Bushido finish.
We gonna have to meet court about that. But but Cameron told me about this months ago. Now the hard part is when you hear somebody tell you something and you think you know a person, it's hard to believe it because of what you see in front. I love Umbra, but man, the conversation I had with him today, I ain't really appreciate, because I'm trying to talk to him about falling off of this, and he ain't want to let it go. And I'm sitting there like, yo, dude, I know more about this than you do. So I told him, I was like, look, man, I talked to both of them, and they don't even know each other, and they telling me the exact same story. They didn't even talk to each other, and they're saying you did this and you did that. And then he just went on, and I was like, yo, you're not listening to me though. Like, dude, like, so in the beginning, like, I wanted to be for both of them. I'm falling back off of that. I don't, listen, ain't none of my business, really, but at the same time, once somebody confiding you with something, and you feel like somebody's being aggressive, like Luca, and I like Luca, but she was being extra aggressive that I didn't like, because she was painting it like, well, you still did this. I'm like, well, look, if you've been a victim of trauma, why are you asking her that then? You know, the whole point is the conduct of the male afterwards. And even after she broke up with him, that's why I told Cambria to get to the point.
I think Luca was being balanced. I think Luca was just trying to be fair.
No, you just didn't hear what's going on. So I understand, because she said that. I didn't know she wasn't already in here. So inside that instance, I'm sitting here like, yo, I know about this stuff for a long time, and I was asked not to say something, and now I'm mad at myself because I should have just said something. And then on the other hand, too, like some of us knew about this beforehand, too. And I'm like upset that people were sitting there asking both of these women, like, well, why'd you do this then? Why'd you do that? And I'm like, yo, what point does that got to do with anything? The conduct of the dude. That's what I'm saying. The point is the conduct of the man afterwards. Even if he sent nudes, even if they was flirting with each other, even if they had virtual sex. What is the point?
What my boy Shadow say, niggas out here cyber pussy whipped. I'm asleep.
Right, exactly.
I nearly passed out. I said, yo, y'all ain't right.
Funny too. No, I thought that was funny too. But what I'm saying is like is the conduct of the dude afterwards. So in other words, if we want to get on somebody, and let's say it's me, and I'm going to Kaz, and I'm like, yo, Kaz, what's up? This and that. She's like, yeah, I like old guys, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fat and everything. She's like, yeah, I like that too. And she sends me nudes, and I'm like, yeah, girl, yeah.
Bust it open.
This. And then she says, you know what? I think I made a mistake. I don't want to do this no more. It's okay for me to keep asking? It's okay for me to keep calling. Right. Yo, I was talking to Cambria on the phone one time, and he was blowing her phone up. And she was like, I'm not talking.
What you doing talking to Cambria, nigga?
No, me and Cam is real cool. That's like my daughter, man.
I was just about to say, nigga, you could be a granddad.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna forgive that. Because you were playing.
You my boy. You my boy, man. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing. I'm gonna keep that shit funky, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like with him, like this situation, he's my boy too. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know the whole story, even though they came in and they said what they said. There's three sides to it. There's his side, and the truth. Right?
I woke up this morning and know nothing. This is just hitting my face.
The purpose of this space was to just give everybody the information to make sure that they can make their own decision.
Yeah.
At the same time, I want to hear both parties. Like this,
right.
I want to hear what this person has to say and what this other person has to say.
Yeah, I'm not actually. I think what's interesting about this story is like I went over in Umbra space just now, and his story is like 100% or 180 degrees, completely the opposite. So I think when you got both parties' stories are so far apart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Puka.
You chalk it up to messiness.
It's like we got one conversation, then it's another conversation.
Then you gotta ask this question.
Alright,
so what about the hard question though? But this is two girls though. I mean, I'm not.
Hold on. I was just about to say, but then
Don't pull that Deshaun Watson
the same
defense
thing I'm
now.
saying.
no, it's not the Deshaun Watson.
It must be true. Like, exact same thing.
No, nobody is saying that because two girls saying they must be true. I'm not saying that. I'm not insane. Like, women can lie.
I'm saying it.
What I'm saying is
because you know what? I feel bad now. I feel bad that I didn't step up a while ago and say something to him like, "Hey, man, why don't you fall back off of that?" And even when I'm talking, then now I mean, look, talking to him today made me feel better about speaking out because
wait,
I
Bushido.
told him what I knew and he still didn't care.
Wait, Bushido. So from this receipt, you knew this back in April, and we're now in what, June now?
No. About who? Which one you talking about?
You talk this situation with the whole not camera that situation.
No. Kenshi just found out a couple days ago. Kenshi just found out a couple days ago.
Hey, but let me ask y'all a question real quick, though. Let
me finish answering the question first.
I thought she answered the question.
No, I didn't answer it. Listen, she just told me a couple days ago that then she told me I wound up talking to two other dudes about us stepping to dude. Before we could do anything, the stuff hit the fan, and I was like, ain't nothing we can do about it now. Ain't like I got myself in a situation, and that's it. You know, just to let everybody know that's what it is. It ain't me piling on. I love the dude, but I'm upset at him and disappointed at him because he just won't just own his joint and let it go.
Yeah, I think what's important here is we all like this nigga, and this space is being recorded, so it's not like we're talking behind nigga back and shit.
Oh yeah. Listen, that's what I'm saying.
As grown ass men, though, like I got way too much pride. I don't know if it's just me, but if a motherfucker blocks me and you don't have a child with me, like nigga, what the fuck, like. Nigga, like I don't think I couldn't bring myself to reach out to your ass.
The part I can't stand is like when somebody say, "Yo, I don't want to talk to you," right? And then they say, "Yo, a guy's coming to New York to blow my back out right now." And I'm like, "Bro, what else do I gotta talk about? Like, what else are we talking about?
Where the blow the back out come from? Why they gotta be added to the equation?
That's what you said.
That's when a girl is trying to get rid of you, bro. She gonna say,
that's my point. When a girl literally tell you, "Yo, I'm gonna bring this other nigga over here so he can blow my back out," bro.
Hey, man, at that point, I gotta chalk it up and like, all right, you got it, shorty. You know,
I gotta be like, "No, bro, you got it, my nigga, you got that shit." Like, because I'm like,
because first of all, it's always somebody else for a guy or a girl. So it's not act like, you couldn't find somebody else. I understand women's emotional attachment, but this is where I want to defend him a little bit. I feel as though that he has some unaddressed trauma. And like most black men, we don't address stuff. I don't know if he saw this in his bond relationship. I don't know if he saw this in his family's relationships or from his father. This ain't normal for a person to act like this. And for him to easily be able to pull a girl off his voice, on the phone. But what I'm saying is, like, I think that there are some insecurities, like all men do have, and let's not act like we don't.
Yeah. And I don't want to act like the rest of y'all, like, the pictures I seen that nigga post, I'm like, yo, if a baddie like that hit me up in my DM, talking sexual and shit, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's good, bro? Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo, you coming to Atlanta, bro? Like, where you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's not play this game, bro. But my point is, like what he said.
You're not hearing me say one thing about the exchanges for either person.
Yeah. But like you're saying that after she said that, I don't want to put
say whatever you want. I'm like, what's the difference that makes me? Like,
the problem
what I'm
after
saying is,
and my boy knows. That's why I keep telling him. I'm like, bro, you're part of the gaming community. You know things like this can happen. And the saddest part is it happened before.
Did I?
So I'm like, bro, I can't have the same level of sympathy for you.
Uni, did I not say this happened before?
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question, yo.
Bushido, let me know if I'm right or wrong here. Hold on, Puka, can I say something, man? Bushido, so you saying that you just disappointed in Umbra because I guess he's embarrassed by this because this is the second time and he won't own it, right? That's really what it is.
Yeah. Right.
I got you.
No,
Does it have anything to do with the fact that the women are so young, though? Like, I'm 40 years old.
Yo, listen. So, I like to make sense when I come up with stuff like that. And I threw it out the window because he never met them physically. Because I thought the same thing at first, too. I said, yo, but it's looking like that's the type of girl he's looking for. But I said, no.
I got 21-year-old daughters, and they're about 21 years old. They would drive me fucking crazy, right? I mean, I would.
Yeah, no. I got
I got 21-year-old daughters, I think Umber's my age, so I think the age. But
y'all niggas some old ass niggas, bro.
Yo, listen.
On Twitter looking for love, man.
Hold on, Rashida. I think at the end of the day, though,
fuck Papa Smurf ass nigga, bro. Like, get out.
He's got every right to be pissed the fuck off that she put his phone number out there. That shit.
Bushido. So
right.
this
Yes,
happened.
ma'am.
This happened before with Amber with the situation.
All right, look. So
What happened today?
Cambria told me a while ago. To be honest with you,
Months ago.
man, yes.
Sounds like he doesn't take breakups well. That's basically
Hey, listen. Don't put words in my mouth. So when she told me, I wanted to say something, but one thing was the prevailing thing, like she said, it was her word against his, and she felt like I could take care of myself. And at the same time, I'm sitting here like the pop, like I want to say something, but even if I do say something, it is her word against his. So I fell back. I still felt like when I look at it, Monday morning quarterback, I feel like I should have still anyway, but at the same time, like without having a second person to corroborate it, that's when it really was evident to me. Listen,
You did the right thing, my nigga, because you was gonna get the same exact thing you getting today, which is denial.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true.
I think so, because he's not even responding. You know what this feels like? It feels like a kind of like an Ike Turner situation. Because remember, he had like extreme insecurity issues, and when you try to address him,
Damn, y'all niggas compare my nigga Umber to Ike Turner?
I can't do that. At least hers make more sense than somebody coming over and blowing that out, though.
No, it's not the aggressive part. It's the insecurity of like how Bushido is approaching him.
I refuse to believe that nigga was jealous of Guap. Ain't no nigga that insecure.
No, listen. He just didn't like Guap. And so
that's what it is. Ain't no way you think that Guap was gonna bag that chick.
Well, she did say Guap was gonna blow it back out, though. If that's what she.
We got over that, right, Suki? What's good, bro?
Suki, what's going on? Suki the pirate.
Hey, what's good, man? I'm driving, man. Hey, this. What's going on, man?
Entertainment, nigga. Today's a very entertaining thing. We got the state of play coming up, and then we got the finals.